Hey guys, I want to show you a quick script I wrote that helps me when I create my Todoist tasks. And my workflow is I basically just kind of add tasks. I don't really think a lot about when I need to do them. So I'm throwing all these tasks in my Todoist. And then ideally what I'd like is for the next week, all of these tasks that I've added to Todoist, I want them to be distributed evenly over the next week. And I found that this week to week cadence seems to work well for me, where on the days between Monday and Sunday, I might create, 30 tasks, 20 tasks. And then I want those 20 or 30 tasks to be distributed. Like I want to work on them next week. I don't want to work on them. I don't want to work on anything this week that I'm adding currently. I just want to push everything to next week. Um, I use their API, which is really easy to use, and I just want to step through this code to show you how it works. So the first step is you get your API key, and then this first function we have is going to get tasks based on a filter. And in my case, these are tasks that have no date. So I have not said what day I'm going to do them. So we go here, we pass in our API object, and I'm just calling the function get tasks, and it takes a parameter called filter, and this is any filter that you would use in Todoist. Mine's the filter of no date, and it's going to return that, and it returned, oh, I'm gonna change my API key after this, because it always seems to show up in my demos. Okay. Um, So we got our tasks that have come back. Let's take a look at the length of those tasks. Task is not defined. That's interesting. Oh, I think because it hasn't quite jumped over that breakpoint yet. So let's see that. Let's try it now. Yeah. So there's a length of 5, and we go here. This is sort of a dummy example because I've already done all my tasks for next week, but here are 5 tasks that I've added to my inbox. There's no date on them. Yep, so there's no date. I haven't put a priority or done anything with them. And based on all my upcoming tasks, I'd like to distribute these 5 tasks over the next week evenly. So we've got these 5 tasks that need to be distributed, so we will go and distribute them. And this first part of the script goes through and finds out how many tasks do I already have on the days of next week. And it's the idea that I'm running, we should be running the script on Sunday. So it's this idea of I want to check due this Monday, this Tuesday, this Wednesday. But if this script is supposed to be run on Sunday, I want to check for the next Sunday. That way we get the 7 days of the next week. Yep, why don't we go to hit this breakpoint. So it's doing all that, and let's take a look at the object. So this is the week task dictionary, and what this says is that I'm not going to show you my task for next week, kind of personal stuff, so I've got tasks. And right now it's Saturday, and this is telling me that on Monday I have 1 task, Tuesday is 2, Wednesday is 1, Thursday is 1, Friday is 0, Saturday is 3, Sunday is 2. So now that I have these 5 tasks, I'd like them to be sort of sprinkled throughout the 7 days, but don't put them all on the same day. And let's see how it does. So I'm kind of setting up this heap here, and the whole idea with this heap is it keeps track of whatever day has the lowest number of tasks, and that day is always going to pop up to the surface, and then we then we add a task to this. So in this case, it's going to, let's try to guess what it's going to get to. For task and tasks, heap pop. Why don't we go to this breakpoint right here? Okay, so here's our task dictionary. It's definitely going to pop Friday because Friday has 0 tasks compared to all the ones right there. I can show you this heap, and this is the way the heap is set up. It's put Friday at the top of the heap because it knows it has the the smallest task count. So let's jump over that. Okay, let's see, it popped. So now we have count day, count, see, our day is Friday, the count is 0. And then now it's going to assign this task that we have in our loop to Friday. So we go here, we go to Friday, and then it's not Sunday. So now we're going to update the current task and assign it to Friday so that Friday goes from 0 tasks up to 1 task. And then, increment and push the task back into the heap. So that we did that with the first task. Let's run through it again. And we'll jump over to this one. So now it's pulled up Friday again. And the reason for this is Friday has, let's see, yeah, so we popped that Friday one off. All the other ones have 1. So now Friday is sort of equal with Monday, Thursday, and Wednesday. So we can still add tasks to Friday. It's kind of up to the heap on which day is going to pop up next if they all have the same number of tasks. But let's jump over. I just hit the breakpoint again. So now it Friday now has 2 tasks, so it's definitely not going to pop Friday off. Let's see what it popped. It popped off Monday. So now Monday has 1 task, so it's going to add 1 to Monday, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to take this breakpoint off and just hit play. And it's going to go through and do all the assignment. If I pop over here to my Todoist, we can see it added 2 tasks to Friday since Friday originally had 0 tasks. And then it added something to Monday, it added something to Thursday, and it added something to Wednesday. And yeah, so now it's all been distributed throughout my next week. And what I plan to do is run this every Sunday. So I'll just pretty much add tasks during the week. Monday I'll add some tasks, Tuesday I'll just add tasks. And then once Sunday rolls around, what my normal workflow would be is I would get on my phone on Sunday and just be like, okay, well, when should I do this? Okay, well, there's 0 tasks this day. So this whole script basically takes this manual workflow of my assignment day on Sunday, and it does it for me. And yeah, this is kind of V1. I'm sure there's other ways we could improve this and add extra parameters and all things like that. This is public on my GitHub, so if you want to open a pull request and add some more features, feel free to do that. I hope this is useful for you. It's super useful for me. And yeah, enjoy. Hope you learned something.